Do you have something from... Ooh. Wait, what?
Take it! Please! Tell no it's there!
Let's play Testimonium. Hello and welcome to Hula Noob Plays Short Indie Horror Games. Today I'm going to play a game by Not-So-Special-Games. Well, I hope not. I want to play a special game, not a not-so-special game. And I had to giggle a little bit at the title, Testimonium, because I recently saw King Arthur again. I kind of love this film. It's not good, but also it's kind of amazing. And they call it Londinium there, and maybe that's the original name of London, I don't know, but I had to giggle because it sounds a little bit silly, doesn't it? Anyways, no one escapes hell, not truly. It's the tagline. He thought it was just another Jehovah's Witness, the usual. But when he opened the door, there was no one, just a package. Inside, a VHS tape. No label, just a symbol burned into the plastic. He played it. Alright, and we will play it too! That was a long intro. Oh wow, that was a long Godot intro. This game contains disturbing imagery, loud sounds and light flashes. If you feel unease, confusion or guilt, that's normal. If you feel nothing, that might be worse. But if you feel headaches or the light is not good for you, then please turn it off, you know. We like a good funny intro, but also take care of your health. Press enter to start. Will do. Bop. Oh. I can already...
What the hell? It's the middle of the night. Who the fuck is that? I swear to God, if it's those Jehovah's again.
So this was to move, but what was underneath it? I didn't see it. I was distracted by the knocking and the talking. So I will... Oh, I have... Oh, I have 4 slots? 4 slots? That's luxurious. I'm a smoker? Oh yeah, because I will get a tape. Stop it! What's that? Oh yeah. But where's my console? So I have a VHS tape and a PlayStation controller, but where's my console? Do you say console? Console? Oh, there it is. Okay. Oh yeah, the old one. I think that's way too old for me. I started with number 3, I think. I had the first Nintendo, so, you know, I am old, but I skipped for a while. Press E to interact. Hello? Wait, that's not even... Can I turn on the lights? Oh, that didn't do anything. Why do I have a light switch here that doesn't turn on the light in the room where I am in? Also, what is this? It's the guitar clipping through. Huh. Okay. I can't really run. It is so dark. Okay. I mean, I have a pretty big... Oh. Look, very sad bed. Oh my god. That does not look cozy at all. Like, I like to sleep. Also, why is the iron right here? What am I doing in bed? Probably making cheese sandwiches. Is that... I can't read it. Horror? Yeah, I'm coming. I mean, I already got spoilered by the intro text, so I know no one's there. And the package can wait. Okay. Pizza and cigarettes. Oh my god. Oh my... That's... Why do you need the cleaver if you only eat pizza? Get yourself a pizza cutter. This is sad. Okay. Hello? Oh. Do I... Ugh.
Didn't even ring the bell. Just drop this shit? VHS? You serious? Who even... Testimonium? What the fuck is this? Fine. Guess we're watching this tonight.
I have a VHS player, so I can't be like, who even... It sounded like you wanted to say, who even still uses VHS? But we're in the past, aren't we? Because if this is the house, the TV, and the PlayStation, although retro gamers, you know, I see, but a NPC setup of a person from 2025, then surely you still use VHS. So I can't run. That's so annoying. Oh, that's my bathroom. Ew. Why? Oh, that is so big. Okay. All right. Yeah, that's not going to work. That is a disaster waiting to happen. That needs to be closer to the toilet. Really? Alright, so we'll... Testimonium VHS tape. A worn black cassette. No labels, only a crooked sticker with smeared ink. Testimonium. The tape inside flickers erratically when turned. What does that mean? It hums faintly in silence. No. No, you can't hum in silence. No. That either you hum or you're in silence. Like it remembers being watched. You don't know who sent it, you don't know why, but something on the other side wants to be seen. Man, I would not have these thoughts if I picked up a random VHS. I would probably... Here's a question to you, audience. You get sent a random VHS tape, would you watch it? Second question, would you watch it on your own? Or would you get someone and rope them into it? Because I've not just seen a lot of horror movies involving cursed tapes and stuff, but also you might see something without curses, you know, no Samara or whatever, but you might see something that you will not unsee, you know, like something horrible or porn that's kind of this, you know, like horrible porn or whatever. So I don't know if I would want to watch it, and I would definitely not watch it on my own. I think if I would get someone to watch it with me, so I have a witness, but also, yeah, not on my own. Okay, so how do I use it then? I thought the tab... Oh, okay, like that. Can I sit down? Oh, okay.
What you've been told about hell, the fire, the pitchforks, the red demons, is just metaphor. Poets and painters tried their best, but they never saw it. No one did. Not truly. Hell is not flame. Hell is not pain. Hell is absence. Absence of light. Absence of him. You assume there's a heaven, a symmetry, but what if there isn't? What if he left, and all that remains is this? For 1,000 years we believed nothing returns from hell. That was our comfort, that the veil was one way, until now. The footage you're about to see should not exist. And yet here it is, transferred, preserved, delivered by something that was never meant to return.
Whoever did the voiceover had so much fun, and I enjoy it too. It's when someone has a lot of fun with it, you kind of, you know, you get into
Why
it.
did you come back? Listen, it breathes with you. You still think you can leave?
I'm walking here. Okay. Oh no, that's where. Also, no, don't stutter. If God left and hell is absence, then there's no different hell than this is hell. I'll explain later. I studied theology for like 1 semester, but then I studied philosophy, which also includes religious studies, for a little bit more, like I have an actual degree in it. So I thought about this and I heard about this. This was not new for me, like hell is absence. This is a very standard concept if you dabble a little bit with, you know, heaven and hell. Old metal door locked. Well, we don't have anything, so yeah, get out, tab. Menu tab. Inventory. Useless inventory. Is that coffins? And that is like...
Nos unum sumus in con. Nos unum sumus in pena. Nos unum sumus in con. Nos
Ew.
unum
Okay.
in pena.
I like this, by the way. This is very well done. Really cool. You know, a little bit like... I would say I haven't played something like this. Ew. That's... Yeah, that's... Ew. I don't like this. Splintered stand for sacred or heretical texts. Jeez. So much stuff to do. Ooh. So much stuff to do. Can I open this? Do I wanna? There's stuff in it. There's a key. Oh, I wanna go in there. Okay. Are you a person? Hello? Oh yeah, you're... The weight of faith is tenfold your sin. Alright. Hello? Oh, don't want to look into your head. Do you have something for... Ooh. Wait, what?
Take it! Please! Don't know it's down!
I'm sorry. My bad. My bad.
Proud of you call that mercy to keep it safe, you know. Do you feel closer to heaven now?
Well, no. Non furtum facies? A torn piece of scorched parchment. The ink bleeds like dried blood. The letters shifting when you look too long. Beneath the commandments, a faint handwritten scrawl reads, "It was never yours." What, my soul? Probably. Sorry again. That was not my intention. That was really not... I mean, you should put a warning on that. Can we put this here? Yeah. Ooh. Don't hurt me. Don't. Plumbum key. Heavy as the guilt it carries. What carries the guilt? Forged not to open but to condemn. Its weight is unnatural, cold wet like a stone pulled from a drowned man's throat. I mean, you could just pull a stone from the water and it's cold and wet. You don't need to pull it from a drowned man. Just saying, you know. The inscription is eroded, but something remains. Et aperit abyssum. So something with the depths. I don't know what aperit says. I just know a priori, which is knowing something without having tested it. Like something that's like inherently known. And isn't there a cocktail that sounds a little bit like it? Are you looking at me now? Are you? No. Okay. I think we can go back now, right? Yeah, that was the door. The commandment is... Wait. The commandment is known, the sin chosen. Oh, okay. Wait, no, I have to do this. Blop. And then I have to choose the key. There you go. Kill, kill, kill. Did it... Oh. Don't want to step on the can. Oop! Yeah, this is really good. That is so cool.
Run! You think you can escape judgment?
Press shift. No, I don't want to run. Don't make me run. I'm full of chocolate. I can't see anything, so...
Not fast enough. Not pure enough.
Do I have to run in this direction? Not really running. That is a light jog at best.
You thought you were close. You think you can escape judgment? Faster! Don't cry now. Not yet.
Oh.
They block the way. On their knees like cattle. Do you want them dead?
Someone played a very specific game. I can't think of the name right now. Something with hell. I have to look it up. I never played it myself because the fighting gameplay looked super frustrating, but I watched both Let's Plays for the first and the second game from Tench Frost. Senua Sacrifice. Yeah.
We were made from ribs, but we rot like meat. I remember the womb. It was warmer than this.
I remember the womb. It was warmer than this. Alright, dude. Of flesh and candles. The first was silent. He did not scream. He did not burn. He still believed in light. The second saw the smoke. He turned his head toward the flame. He longed to follow. The third turned his back away. He denies the ritual, but denial is part of it. The fourth was buried in sin. Mud in his mouth, blood in his eyes. Still he begged. The fifth tilted his head, not in pain, in curiosity, as if he knew. The sixth still speaks. That's the one with the womb. Tongue half gone, words like wet ash. He calls and no one hears. The seventh looked up. There was no sky, only stone. Still he looked. All right.
It was warmer than this. The light is behind my eyes now.
We were made from ribs, but we rot like meat. I remember the womb.
I don't know why, but it's kind of funny. I remember the womb. It was warmer than this. So do I have to do something with you guys?
But we rot like meat.
Hi, oh, you look so sad. Okay. I love this, by the way. I make a lot of fun for entertainment purposes, but I really enjoy myself here.
We were made from ribs.
Like, I want this to lift, right? So, what shall I do? Is it... Oh!
Too eager. The smoke is not yet risen.
No, Oh, God. Do I have to do this for 7 candles?
Behind my eyes now.
How... Oh, that is so annoying. He turned his head toward the flame. He longed to follow. Okay, so someone is looking at the candle, I guess. Well, you're not looking at the candle.
We were made from
You're still talking. You're not looking at the candle. Well, who's looking at the candle? Hey! Oh, it's already the second one. Okay. The third turned his back away. Wait. I need to read this. He denies the ritual, but denies part of it. That's probably you. Oh, there you are. Okay, I thought he was gone. A little hide and seek, huh? The fourth was buried in sin, mud in his mouth, blood in his eyes. Still he begged.
We were made from ribs,
Okay.
but we rot like meat.
Fifth tilted his head.
It was warmer than this.
Is that a tilt?
The light is behind my eyes now.
Yeah, because that's looking up.
We were made from ribs.
Okay.
But we rot like meat. I remember
The sixth. Oh, they're all in order. Oh.
the light is behind my eyes now.
We were made from ribs, but we rot like meat.
Fire so quick. It fits your hand so well. Healers beware. The sinner walks.
we rot like meat.
Instrumentum luxuriae, or a gun. Anointed in iron and smoke, where prayer falters, it delivers judgment. The sermon is short, the silence after holy. I hope I can't die if I don't shoot early enough. I had a couple of games like this, and then you had to play through everything, and it was so annoying. And it's too hot to play a game through several times, just to get the timing right. So I hope this is a fair one.
We were made from ribs, but we rot like meat.
No?
I remember the womb.
I thought that would do it. Salvation sold for a bullet. Do I have to shoot you? Oh!
This isn't salvation! Please, kill me properly this time! You got to... Please don't!
Show us again what redemption looks like.
This already made. salvation. I beg. This isn't salvation.
This bulletproof piece. Or just quiet.
I beg. This isn't salvation.
Will this ever end? Will this ever end?
Loud your gospel, preacher of blood.
Make it stop. This isn't salvation.
Oh, I have so much ammo. I am invincible.
Brought no justice, only noise and blood. All of them remember how you proud. Now you've seen too much. Why did you open it?
I was curious what's on the VHS tape.
No one escapes hell. Not truly. But sometimes something slips through. Not a soul, not a body, just a shadow. A gust of wind where there should be none. A flicker in the static, a knock at the door. And like so, it begins again.
It feels like a little bit like the voice actor really likes Neil Newborn. It has a little bit of his characters, which again, that is absolutely, that's praise because
Deliver it. The loop must close.
it's delightful. Oh, I will deliver the package. I will knock. Ooh, so I was the one that gave me the cursed tape. Very well done. I really enjoyed myself. This was super cool. Special thanks to the amazing creators whose work empowers thousands of small developers. This was really, really cool. Amazing concept. I love that it felt really unique. It took references, I think, from Sacrifice. It's just the tagline. It's not the Hellblade. I had it in my mind and was like, it can't be Hellblade. That's too on the nose. No, it was Hellblade. Senua's Sacrifice. So, because they're the main character, I mean, pretty much, I think most of people who watch this will know Hellblade, but just for the few who might not know and who feel like left out, the main character is, I think, schizophrenic. So she hears voices, and they really worked close with people who know how these symptoms really act, and a lot of people said it was very accurate in that it was a lot of mixed voices from far and from the back and mixed, and not always something scary, you know, sinister. It was really just sometimes very positive, very warm, sometimes very aggressive, sometimes very sad, sometimes conflicting with what you want to do, sometimes helping you along the way. So it was a constant barrage of having these voices in your head to a point where you actually got accustomed to them, and then not hearing them would feel like even a little bit lonely. And I think this developer probably was a little bit inspired by it because the female voices, they really felt like that. Of course, in this context, they were not about schizophrenia, but rather about the voices here in hell, or the lost souls probably talking to you. And I thought this was a really cool, neat use of it. I really enjoyed the voiceovers, by the way. Like the the Asterion of it all was fantastic, because here's the thing. I enjoy pathos, like theatricality. And I think Neil Newborn, for example, he put this back. He wasn't the first one, you know, but there's something about him just being over the top, very luscious, very, very generous with everything, you know, that it's so fun to go along. It doesn't always have to be super subtle, you know, and restrained. I actually like when something is a little bit bigger than life, because I'm playing a video game, you know, after all. Like, realism is fine, but I'm also, I wanna have the feeling that I'm playing something that is not real life, you know. And so I really enjoyed that voiceover, and I also thought that all the other voices in the background were really well done, so fantastic. I thought the environments looked gorgeous, really cool. The puzzles were fine, you know, and fun, like really small, but neat and cute, especially for such a short game. They were really good, and the whole concept of the loop was nice. It's nothing new, but I still think it made sense in this case. All the phrases, the hell phrases, etc. For me, it didn't hit me as much, but that's because I watch so much horror. I read so much horror. I play so much horror that it's seldom that something really hits me, you know. So this is not on the part of the developer, because I still think it was a really cool concept, and I think it was well written. It just, you know, it didn't have the effect on me as it probably would have for someone who has not read something like this a lot of times. So I'm more jaded, and this is really a me issue, because I think overall the writing was very well done. So I really, truly enjoyed this. This was just a genuinely unique, cool game that had a solid story, you know, that also really took it, you know, from beginning to like a whole thing. It wasn't just, oh, let's have some scary stuff happen. No, this had a whole concept, you know. This was a whole little world, and that was really, really cool, because weirdly enough, that doesn't happen often enough in indie horror games, especially on itch. Very often you just play a game and it's just weird shit happening. You don't know why. You don't know your character's motivation. And here you're thrown into something horrible. So obviously you have to get out, you know. So it all made sense. It all was really cool and fun. So absolutely kudos. I will follow that developer, and the Not So Special Games, that is totally a lie, because that was very special, I feel like. Yeah. So this also was a submission to Pizza Doggy's Horror Jam. I guess I have to check that out. I think, yeah, oh, also, the hell is absence, so in case you're interested in theology, of course we have all those depictions of hell. I think my favorite ones are the ones that, was it Hieronymus Bosch who did those really wild images, you know. That was really fun to look at, because there's so much stuff going on. I think Bosch did also paintings of heaven, but they're less interesting. And then you have the fire pits and whatnot, you know. But there's a rather philosophical theory that hell is not demons or burning or torture or whatever, or rather the physical torture, but hell is pretty much what people like me put themselves under. And I weirdly, funnily enough, I discussed this, I think, a couple of episodes ago, where this also was a topic, where it is the absence of God. So it is, first of all, it's kind of a chosen hell, because you cannot accidentally be absent from God. Like in theology, Christian theology, God loves you no matter what, unless you choose to not believe in him. So this also excludes like kids or people who don't know or are not aware of it, you know. So everyone who knows about God is like, I don't believe in him or them, you know, is basically choosing to be in hell because they're not under his light, you know. And that's the absence part of hell. And I think as a concept, that's really cool. I think it's a very interesting concept from a philosophical standpoint. It's also, if you go outside of the whole religious aspect, hell can be the absence of love and attention, you know, being isolated, not having connections to other people. And that really can feel like hell. For example, heartbreak is, as they found out, can be actually a physical pain. So I generally really like this strain of ideas when it comes to religion and hell, as you know, whether it's a place or just feeling or estate, I guess, in this case. So I enjoyed that this was part of the game. Yeah, overall, really enjoyed this. How did you like it? Again, would you watch that tape? And would you watch it alone? I think I definitely would not watch a random VHS tape alone. I also belong to the people who, if they see a random USB stick outside in the wild, I would never pick it up and plug it in. That's just asking for trouble, right? But also, even with a VHS tape or a CD or whatever, unless I know it's a CD because it's printed on what it is, you know. But if it's just a raw CD, I don't know. I would always feel like, what if it's something that I'm not supposed to see or hear? What is if it's something that I then can't unsee or unhear? I don't want that in my life, you know. And it can't, like, the probability that it's something incredibly valuable that adds to my life is so low. And the probability that, so it's basically, it's so low that it's like 0.1%. And then the rest, 99.99%, they're 50-50 whether it's something incredibly mundane that doesn't add anything to my life, or it's something incredibly harmful that hurts me. So I will not take that risk. But how about you? What would you do? Also, if you're new to this channel, I play a lot of indie horror games and I talk. Just that. If you liked what you just saw and especially heard over and over again, then feel free to subscribe. And I promise you, if I'm a god, you know, just imagine I created everything, you know, and you're like, well, there's no proof of God. I don't believe in God. I would still love you because you're still a creation of mine and I can't force you to love me. But I also feel like saying that your hell is my absence or the absence of my love, it feels kind of dickish. You know, it's like those parents that think their kids owe them something even though the kids never asked to be born. Like, the parents actually decided that they wanted to have a kid, so they are responsible for the kid. It's not the other way around. And I feel like the same with God, who's like, if you don't believe in me, well, then you're in hell, I guess. You know, then you're condemned to hell, which is such a dickish thing to do. I mean, if I'm God, it's like, it's a bit like J.K. Rowling being a horrible person, even though she's so rich that she could just fuck off into a castle, you know, somewhere and just live her life. And that would be me. If I were God, if I had the power and the means to create whole worlds, I would not bother with hating. I would be just living my life. That's that. So subscribe. I hope you had a good time. I hope you have a wonderful day. And maybe see you next time. Bye! This is my self-recorded outro song so I don't get hit with copyright claims. If you subscribe to a lot of fun tutorials, reviews, and let's plays.